Welcome everyone to Demo Day 2021. My name is Bianca Chakamp. I'm the Program Coordinator for Oregon Mesa and your MC for today. I'd like to introduce Ureli, who is our Family Coordinator, and she'll be doing Spanish interpretation today, as well as Tammy, who is our American Sign Language interpreter.
Bienvenidos, mi nombre es Yareli, la coordinadora familiar de Oregon Mesa. Me gustaría presentar a Bianca, quien es nuestra coordinadora de programas y MC por hoy. Estaré haciendo interpretaciones en español. Tammy está aquí como nuestra intérprete de lenguaje de signos americano. Estoy emocionada para comenzar, pero tenemos algunos anuncios y reglas para repasar antes de comenzar.
For accessibility, we have American Sign Language interpretation on screen and closed captions. There's also a Spanish translation channel. Click on the globe icon at the bottom of the screen and select Spanish if you want to hear the presentation.
Tenemos una interpretación en ASL y subtítulos también. Hay un canal de traducción en español. Haga clic en el icono de globo terráqueo en la parte inferior de la pantalla de Zoom y seleccione Spanish.
The session is being recorded and shared with the public. If Mesa staff member has not given you permission to present, you are responsible for muting yourself and keeping your video off until your turn to present. We'll be closely monitoring the chat in the main room and in breakout sessions. Those who post or do anything inappropriate will be removed from this session. Please be respectful and stay on topic so that we don't have to remove you and so that we have time for every team to participate fully. In addition, students under the age of 13 must have parent or guardian permission to be here. If you don't have permission to be here, we ask that you leave now until you receive permission. We can readmit you if you join later. Also, a note for students. Please add your school name to your Zoom name so we can place you in the correct rooms. If you have technical issues during the event and you are unable to chat with us, please feel free to text 503-877-4211 and we'll help you with your issues. Currently, we're only able to accept texts. I know that we're all online and join both folks throughout the region, but I want to start today's event by honoring the land that our host institution, PSU, sits on. Portland State University is located in the heart of downtown Portland, Oregon in Multnomah County. We honor the indigenous people whose traditional and ancestral homelands we stand on, the Multnomah, the Cathlamet, Clackamas, Tumwater, Watala bands of the Chinook, the Tualatin, Kalapaya, and many other indigenous nations of the Columbia River. It's important to acknowledge the ancestors of this place and to recognize that we are here because of the sacrifices forced upon them. In remembering these communities, we honor their legacy, their lives, and their descendants. The purpose of Demo Day is to give students the opportunity to share their ideas with an audience outside of their schools and to meet industry professionals. Mesa Demo Day is modeled after professional demo days where tech entrepreneurs pitch their inventions to investors. I'm excited to see our innovative students showcase their projects. We also started Demo Day to engage our families. Our families don't often have the chance to see our students as inventors the way Mesa teachers, mentors, and staff do. Today, families will see firsthand the talent and passion of our amazing students. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all that you do for our students and our community. This afternoon, you'll join breakout rooms to hear pitches from students. After the pitches, we'll hear from our keynote speaker, Juan Barraza, the Director of Student Innovation at Portland State University. After Juan, we'll share what we have planned for the rest of the year, and we'll end with our award ceremony to honor the student participants in Demo Day. To kick things off, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director, Dr. Tong Zhang.
Thank you so much, Bianca. Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm so glad that you've been able to join us today. My name is Tong Zhang, and I'm the Executive Director of Oregon Mesa. I know this is different, and a lot of the ways we're going to be interacting with each other today are going to be very different than what we're used to. But I'm so grateful to the students, teachers, parents, volunteers, and community members for being with us today. I want to also thank all of our foundation partners and individual donors for helping make all of this happen. I especially want to thank the Lemelson Foundation, who have been with us through ups and downs and have really helped Mesa grow our program to more students and develop our Invention education practices. Like them, we believe that Invention has the power to improve lives, and you'll see a lot of that on display today. For those of you who are new to Mesa, Oregon Mesa, like our institution of Portland State University, is a program of access and elevation. 35 years into Oregon Mesa, our alumni have become the leaders and innovators of our community. And it's really our teachers who make it happen. Dedicated Mesa advisors inspire students to greater engagement in math and science through hands-on project-based learning and through building deep relationships. They have done a lot this year, especially to help build our curriculum and translate it to this virtual environment. I know that many of you may not be familiar with Mesa, so I wanted to show you a video that was made all before the pandemic that can give you an idea about the Mesa program.
How are you? Welcome.
Mesa, it's a STEM after-school program. It inspires you to build, to solve problems for people.
It's like an opportunity to understand like the engineering field. Like I never had that opportunity anywhere else.
We're all in here because we want to do this and we want to build things.
It gets really tough sometimes and you just want to give up, and when something just clicks in your head, it's like it feels amazing.
Our challenge, we had to do a prosthetic arm, and when I finished, it fully functioned, and I was so proud. And that's when I realized I wanted to be an engineer.
I remember a teacher just recommending, like, hey, Mohammed, I think you would be interested in this program. It's called Mesa, Math, Engineering, Science Achievement. So it was kind of awe-inspiring to see different people who looked like me or similar to me teaching. It was fun. It was interesting. It was different. Met a lot of good people that I'm still, we're still good friends.
A lot of times the reason that students don't enter certain types of fields is because they just don't know about them. And they don't know what it takes, let's say, to be an engineer. But when they're actually engineering projects and products, and they see that it's actually similar to what people are doing in the real world, then there's not as much fear. It's like a light bulb that comes on in terms of their engagement.
But our last school has just arrived, so we will be beginning in 5 minutes.
Companies want people who are able to critically think, problem solve, able to do things under pressure. These are all things that we ask students to do in Mesa. And they're getting that preparation when they're in middle school. And I think that that just means that when they are old enough to get into a career and into an industry, that they'll be better prepared and ready to go.
I'm looking around at these kids out here. They bring a fresh perspective into the engineering space.
show their creativity, their way to think outside the box, that I think it's beyond their years.
We have wonderful young people who get inspired and excited about their projects and what they're learning, but we know that the STEM fields are they're hard and challenging, and you need a support system. We have a lot of people in the overall Mesa community who are there to support them.
For me, that really made Mesa stick with me was that it made me feel like I had a sense of purpose, especially at a young age. Like, I could achieve something, I could make something, I could work within a team and create something really cool. Mesa was a safe space for me to be creative and encouraged me to, fulfill a path that isn't necessarily something that existed already.
I'm currently a freshman here at Portland State, and I'm pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering. Mesa showed me that just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't do these things. It would be Mesa giving me the encouragement to be a leader. It all traces back to Mesa planting the seed that I can do this and that I am going to do this.
Sometimes students don't know that those opportunities are out there. It's almost like they're like, what is, and it's like right there. But they just don't have the resource to connect with it, And so I'm kind of the conduit. I want to say a word, but I'm not going to say it. It's just a word I grew up with, dope. I think it's a dope program. I think it helped me a lot, and I want to pass it forward.
Our impact has grown significantly. Our goal is actually to be in 50 schools by 2025. So with that, we'll be serving close to 1,000 students.
If I didn't have Mesa since when I was in middle school, I would have never thought of becoming an engineer. I would have never found a passion for it. And I absolutely wouldn't be just surrounded by the opportunities that it has given me.
So that video featured a lot of moments from our 2019 Mesa Day competition and our demo day events from years past. I really miss those days and can't wait to get back to them in the upcoming year. Meanwhile, this year, we've moved forward and adapted. Today, everything you'll see has been done in our virtual programs. Teachers have dropped off supplies at student homes. We've delivered kits. And most of our students are Zoom and learning management system experts by now. Our students today show that hands-on and project-based learning is possible during these virtual times. We also have lots of events coming up this spring for the whole community, including Virtual Mesa Day and Nationals. Bianca will share about them later during the awards ceremony. Thank you all again for joining us and supporting the Mesa students.
Thank you, Tong. Now for the main purpose of our event, student pitches. For the next hour, you will see pitches from Mesa student teams from across 4 regions in Oregon. We will be sending you to breakout rooms based on the school indicated in your registration form. In a moment, there will be a pop-up on your screen, and that pop-up will indicate which breakout room you're allowed to join. Here is a list of the breakout rooms. They're sorted by Mesa regions or counties and include which schools and teams are presenting. Each room is named after women astronauts in recognition of Women's History Month. Please review the list. Once the pop-up appears, click Join if it is the correct room for you. If you think the room you are assigned to is incorrect, stay in the main room and Mesa staff will help you get to the correct room. If you are a student who is planning to pitch and do not see your team name on the list, please join room number 5. Unfortunately, our Spanish channel will not be available in breakout rooms. The moderation in room number 2, Ellen Ochea's room, will be in Spanish. Most students will be presenting in English. In all breakout rooms, you will find a brief Spanish overview of the session in the chat. ASL interpretation will be available in room number 3, the Mary Jackson room. Rooms should be opening now. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you to our volunteers for sharing their time to provide useful advice to our Mesa students about how to advance in their projects. Everyone involved is listed on the slide here, which I will share in one moment. Thank you to our volunteers. Some of our reviewers are college students in S3, which is an incredible support program for freshmen and transferring students at PSU. S3 students have been working on projects of their own and would like your feedback on their projects. The project presentations will be held on Friday, March 19th, 1 to 3 p.m. via Zoom. Mesa students will also receive information about what it's like to be in the STEM program at PSU. We seek 5 to 6 high school students who want to volunteer to be the judges, and we welcome high school students to attend the presentations. The first 5 high school students to RSVP to attend will receive a $7 e-gift card to Starbucks, so sign up at the link in the chat now. Remember, you have to attend the event to receive your gift card, so save the date on Friday, March 19th. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Juan Barraza. Juan Barraza is the Director of Student Innovation at the Center of Entrepreneurship at Portland State University. Juan Barraza's experience spans all facets of the startup trenches as the founder of a digital health startup, lead organizer for Portland Startup Weekend Latino, and founder of Latino Founders of a professional organization empowering the next generation of Latino entrepreneurs. In his career, and like many of you today, Juan has experienced many times being the first to do something. It can be scary and intimidating. Juan also leads all student innovation programs at the PSU Center for Entrepreneurship. So he also sees firsthand the experiences of students being the first to tackle challenges in invention and entrepreneurship. He's even seen Mesa students go on to tackle and compete in the collegiate level invention challenges he runs, which are PSU Clean Tech Challenge and Invent Oregon. If you're a student or longtime partner of Mesa, you might have seen Juan over the years as an onstage judge at our very first demo day in 2017 and as an exhibitor at Mesa events throughout the years. We're so lucky to have him join us today and share some of his thoughts and tips on what it means to be the first to do something. Here is our keynote speech from Juan.
Hi, I'm excited to be here. And I want to start by saying thank you to the Oregon Mesa staff for inviting me over to talk to you. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of being first. But being first is not in the context of a sport or a competition. Being first can be a powerful motivation for changing the world. Being first is an opportunity for exploration, and as you transition from middle school to high school or about to go to college, you start in your journey of discovery and learning new things. Many of you will become scientists, engineers, designers, writers, or perhaps you're crafting a new path for your new life. Being first requires work, requires that you are open to learn new things, being able to talk to individuals that provide advice, and also continue applying yourself into your day-to-day activities as you acquire new education. But being first doesn't mean that you have to do it all alone. You are surrounded by peers and friends that will be able to support you through your journey. And while you are discovering things and being first, also don't forget to tap into the network of mentors that surround you. You have friends, family, members of our community that are willing to give you advice. But sometimes we have to look for outside inspiration to look for those people that have paved the way before we came. And I give you some examples, like Lisa Gelobder, that she is fundamental, and she was fundamental in implementing what we know today as a live streaming services. Or Diana Trujillo, that was part of the NASA team that landed the Mars rovers a few days ago. Or Lonnie Johnson, that invented the blaster gun that we all used to play during the summer. Or perhaps like Misty Copeland, that's the first African American ballerina. Or Mary Lou Jensen and Luz Von Ann, that are helping bridge the gap of computer literacy and learning new languages. In any case, look for inspiration, look for mentors, and don't forget, it's very important to build your crew. Look for that group of friends that will go work with you in your own discovery and your journey of being first. This group of friends, they're around you, they're part of your day-to-day groups at school, or perhaps somebody that you know since your childhood. Also be open to say yes to new opportunities. Saying yes also means to get out of your comfort zone and be willing to learn and try new things. Don't forget to celebrate your wins. You're gonna have your moments where you're gonna have great things to celebrate, and it's okay to share that with your friends and family and let them know the things that work out and work out well and your success. But also it's okay to being comfortable with failing. As you've been first, you're gonna be experimenting a lot. You're gonna be learning a lot. And some of the things might or might not work out the way you plan, and that is okay. And so get comfortable with failing and learning how not to do things and exploring new ways to solve a problem. Being first is about exploration, discovery, saying yes to new challenges, working with others, building relationships, putting in the work, celebrate your wins, and also being okay with failing. With that, I want to say thank you to everybody for allowing me the opportunity to talk to you. Feel free to reach out, either my mail address or follow me on Twitter. And thank you and congratulations on being first.
Thank you so much, Juan, for delivering that keynote, and we really appreciate all that you've done for Mesa students. Before we get to the award ceremony, I wanted to share our upcoming events and opportunities for Mesa students and families. We're recruiting students for the 2021 Invention Bootcamp. Invention Bootcamp is a 4-week intensive educational experience for high school students from historically underrepresented and underserved populations, led by PSU faculty, Dr. Jerry Rechtenwald, and an undergraduate engineering student. Usually hosted on campus at PSU, this year's camp will be online. Students must be currently enrolled in 9th through 12th grade and an Oregon resident to be eligible to participate. We encourage students of all backgrounds to apply. The application deadline is Sunday, March 21st at 11:59 p.m. Next Thursday, March 11th, we'll be joined by Alex from the OMSI Chemistry Lab for OMSI Family Science Night. This is a special OMSI event for Mesa families, so please join us online next Thursday at 6 p.m. for the show. Mesa students over the age of 13 will have special access to join the Northwest Youth Careers Expo hosted by Portland Workforce Alliance. The Career Expo features over 80 companies and organizations for you to talk to. All Mesa students who've submitted an application and are 13 years or older should receive an email. The Expo will feature a virtual exhibit hall where students and educators can visit booths to learn about many different organizations. Exhibitors can share materials and videos about their workplace, and they can host chats to answer questions. In the virtual auditorium, students can hear career talks and engage with professionals. Students can also participate in a scavenger hunt for a chance to win prizes. And we're just waiting for our Spanish translation to catch up. Next, Mesa is excited to partner with OSU to host a college visit on March 30th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Hear from current students and ask them your questions about college life at OSU. Tour the College of Engineering and ask questions from college students about what it's like. We've put a link in the chat with information to join the event. We've partnered with local companies to bring you virtual career visits. Representatives from each organization will be available to interact with students, give a virtual tour, and answer questions. We've already hosted 2 visits with Malum Architects and Simplexity Product Development. Our next visit with Digimarc will be April 1st. Watch recordings of past visits and join us live for future visits by visiting the Big Marker page. Last but not least, we'll be hosting Mesa Family Nights every Wednesday in April. You'll receive information on how to join in our upcoming family newsletter.
The third Wednesday has a capital E.
Thank you. All right, now for the final part of our event, I'm excited to introduce our regional coordinators who will be presenting our awards for Demo Day this year. To kick things off, I'm going to introduce Gail Jones, our regional coordinator from Oregon Tech, to kick us off.
Hello, and thank you, Bianca. My name is Gail Jones. I am the regional coordinator from Oregon Tech, working with Clackamas and Washington counties. It's my pleasure to introduce the teams that we worked with in the Macy Jamison room today. We had 5 teams, all from Alder Creek Middle School, including Team ACE, Teams 1 and 5, the Techneers, and the Pine Fishes. We had some really great presentations. I want to acknowledge the work of each of these student teams. I awarded both Team ACE and the Techneers great use of engineering concepts. There were some really cool ways in which they incorporated engineering concepts into their presentation, and they should be really proud of that. ACMS Team 1, Alder Creek Middle School Team 1, built a really great time management tool for their client in a way that I thought was really creative. So I just wanted to acknowledge that creativity. Alder Creek Team 5 offered some really interesting details. Their presentation included a highlight of how their communication device would allow teachers and students to chat with each other across distances. And finally, the Pine Fishies. I want to acknowledge that their product, I think, is really marketable. They introduced a speaker and microphone system that was fantastic and I think would sell right away. Great work, ACMS teams, and thank you again. I'd like to hand it off to our next regional coordinator, who is, I think, Elizabeth.
Yes, that's me. Thank you, Gail. Gracias. Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I am the regional coordinator for Washington County. I work out of Centro Cultural. It's a nonprofit. I was in the Ellen Ochoa room, which was room 2, and I will be recognizing the teams there. So we have Invention Club 1. As Rookie of the Year, they presented on how to help both their mom and their grandmother on how to use technology. Invention Club 2 gets the Freshman Award. So both Invention Club 1 and Invention Club 2 are new to Mesa this year. So Invention Club 2 received the Freshman Award, and they their client was their grandfather, and they were working on also helping them with technology. Since we're in the pandemic world, we all need a little bit of help with that. Meadow Park Team 1 received Outstanding Creativity. Their project is about developing a sensor that alerts a teacher when students are becoming too close, so we can still maintain physical distance when we return to schools. Helping Hands is from Mountain View Middle School, and they received the All in the Details Award. They had their presentation all detailed out and did not miss a beat when answering questions. And their project was a knee brace to help one of their grandfathers continue to walk. Now I'm going to pass it off to Robin Cousino to introduce awards in her region.
Hi everyone, my name is Robin Cousino and I'm the Regional Coordinator or RC for Mount Hood Community College, which includes Multnomah County. I focus on supporting our programs in Gresham, Troutdale, and Portland. From the Mary Jackson Room or Room 3, we have the following awards recipients. To the humans, we have the MacGyver Award for amazing use of materials and prototyping. To the bad boys, we have Outside of the Box Award going for having a very cool sound device that's in the beginning stages of development. For pegs, we have Outstanding Creativity for a really cool electronic device that is going to be very helpful to their client. And for team, we have Hot Off the Shelves for a very cool clothing device that is going to help people have not want things passed, who usually get things passed down to them. It's going to help them be excited about wearing new clothes. So I'm going to pass it off to Tamara DePew, who oversaw the room with students who submitted pre-recorded videos to introduce awards.
Tamara, you'll need to unmute. Okay.
It looks like Tamara's having technical trouble, so I'll go ahead and read off her awards. So Tamara DePew is the program manager for Oregon Mesa and is excited, or was excited, to present awards, but doesn't have sound. So from the Sally Ride Room, or Room 4, we have the following recipients. We have Fun for Finn has received the award of Hot Off the Shelves. And then to Team Task, they received All in the Details. To the outvoted, it looks like you received the Outside of the Box award. So I'm going to pass it off to Kelly Garcia, who for Room 5.
Thank you for popping in there, Robin. Hello, I am Kelly Garcia, and I am the regional coordinator for Multnomah County, and I focus on our Portland Public Schools. Our award categories for the Room 5 is these right here. The Snackers got the MacGyver Award for great use of materials and creativity and using resources around them. They created a snack machine, essentially, for their clients. For the Esticated Tigers, we have our Keep Moving Forward Award. They are overcoming a bunch of obstacles in order to work on this project, and we are very proud of them for everything that they were able to get done so far. And then for HB Lee, our HB Lee team, they got Rookie of the Year Award because they are all brand new this year to Mesa, and even though they're new, they're doing a wonderful job just chugging through and being able to interview their clients. So now, thank you so much. I'm going to pass it back to Bianca to close out the show.
Thanks, Kelly. And thank you all again for joining us this Saturday. We hope that you were inspired as I was today. Students will be receiving their awards in the mail. Feedback will be emailed to teams using the email they signed up with. These will be sent out by the end of next week. You can find the information and links for today's recording and our upcoming events on the Demo Day page of Mesa Every Day. The link is being dropped into the chat. Also, please complete our event survey to let us know how it went and how we can improve. Thank you all to the students for taking the time to prepare your pitches. Thank you to the teachers and parents who have supported us along the way. And thank you to the whole Mesa team for helping pull off this virtual demo day. Further questions can be sent to us at ormesa@pdx.edu. We hope to see you all again soon.